Solutions. And this is Mary's Magical Adventure. We've already seen the demos, but let's demonstrate everything is new. There's a glitch that happens when you come from a temporary level. It seems to happen on the first level, and I don't know why. Does it happen on the second level? Let's find out. It looks like I literally cannot go to the second level. Strange glitch here, isn't it? Anyways, so let's just demonstrate new changes. I'm just going to cheat the second level because apparently level transitions are broken at the moment. First off, you can warp away at any time. I'm just going to pick up some coins to demonstrate something cool while we're there. Push that button, the user 2 button, and you will warp away to the small hut. When you're here, Xane here, that other girl, can let you switch game modes, start challenges on levels you completed, warp back to the level you were just in, and you can buy any items that you can afford. This reminds you of an arcade or something, like, you know, how many tickets do you have? What do you want to spend it on? You can purchase items, and then you can make use of them when you go back to the level. That second coin counter you're seeing briefly come up happens to be, well, it happens to be just a second counter. It's just your total coins counter. It tells you how many you can spend in the store. It's separate from your normal coins, which you will earn during special stages, which do not increase that other counter. Also, let's just activate the speed coin. The newest power-up coin, I really don't have to show off the others there because we've already seen them. But here's how it's like normally when I go through this area. Let's just go over here for a perfect comparison. Let's go up to this checkpoint. And here's how it's like normally. Here's what it's like if you have the speed coin. Notice the difference? I'm moving slightly faster. Feels like I kind of messed up there, but yeah. As you can see, you can fly through those areas way faster. It gets even better though, because if you turn into Magical Cutie Mary, her speed increases too. So now look how fast I'm going. You can really notice the difference now. I can fly off the wall without even needing the springs. They actually make you move slower. It's like people point out with automation in Sonic games. Sometimes boost panels actually slow you down instead of speeding you up. That appears to be what we're seeing here, except it's with springs instead of boost panels, which would slow you down. Just demonstrating that yes, there's that speed increase again. Not quite the same. But yeah, no, that's what I call a speed run. However, though, let's just look at the other items while we're there. I feel kind of bad knowing that the level transitions are broken now, apparently. I can't return to the level I came from or something. Screen never fades in for some reason. Can't go to the second level. That's really stupid. Hopefully I can cheat with the script name set coins. I'm gonna set my coins to 999. Sounds like a cheat code. But there are these balls here. the lava balls. Ice balls. Trust me, you actually have to purchase more of these because it's actually only 2, not 4. What a ripoff. And then there's the standard balls. And it costs a lot just to have this many balls on hand. But let's now demonstrate their uses against the cops. I'm just going to pick up one wanted level star thing, the cop circle right here. Just to make sure I only have one cop star, and to keep the cops from becoming a frustrating mess. Because when a cop shoots you now, they actually stun you. You're held in place when they shoot at you. And this is really bad when there's a lot of them. Anyway, so let's just demonstrate the standard ball. If you hit an enemy with the standard ball... Okay, if he doesn't do that... Oh, great, he's really overpowered. It's really hard to hit him. Okay, not that. Not that. As you can see, whenever you hit him with those balls, it stuns them. Really can't be seen because they keep shooting him because they're stupid. And for some reason he's being invulnerable. He's not responding to any of the balls I hit him with. Why won't he respond? He just will not respond the way he's supposed to be doing. There! Why does it take him so long to respond? There! I see, he has to shoot at me once for some unknown reason. Nope, he is still being invulnerable. There. You can only see it once before I kill him, unfortunately. Right there. But if you hit him with one of these, you will stun him. I'm kind of bothered about how, like, unresponsive he is. But yes, if you hit an enemy with the ball, it disappears. If you don't hit an enemy with the ball, if the game detects it correctly, they stop on the ground and you actually can pick them up. As you can see right here, they even have messages when you pick them up. Yeah. But now let's demonstrate the next one. Ice Ball is boring. It just does Zedum's built-in death animation. How boring. It just looks so outdated. I could do way better than that. The best one is the one that Flame Hynard, if he was here, he would love this thing. It lets you burn it to the ground! Burn! Burn! Burn to the ground! Yes, burn him to the ground and then get burned yourself. Burn to the ground! It's really overpowered when there's a bunch of cops because they basically run after every enemy they detect. Only you can prevent human fires. But of course, you don't want to prevent human fires, you want them all to burn, because then that means you get a lot of kills. How'd that just sit at your foot without killing you? But still, that's all the balls. For the record, you can't just kill any ordinary enemy with them. But certain enemies can be burned to death, like the fighter. He can be burned just like the cops, more burning to the ground with silly animations. Unlike them, his dead body stays on the ground for a bit. Well, actually, he kind of stays there forever. Which causes problems with the turrets, unfortunately. I mean, any turret, really. You want to what turrets are you talking about? I'm referring to this thing, the friendly turret. That gives you 2 of them, but if you ever look at my coins back there, you'll notice that I only have to pay half for the last one. That's because I can only hold 5, and it gives me 2 with each purchase. This therefore means Xane will not just steal your money, she'll give you back half if you cannot afford the second one. You know, it doesn't mention the player's limits. Oh, that was like Schrodinger's cop glitch right there. I had him somehow partially invisible. The friendly turret is quite simple to use. Place it down where a bunch of stupid cops are, and when it jumps up, it will shoot them. It stares at their dead body because it honestly thinks that's a threat or something. That's kind of its weakness. Ah, but right there it reacted pretty fast. Oh yeah, and it forgets to spin around. It just keeps standing in, it will keep staring in one direction. So it will not pop up until I get one of them in front of it. And good luck, because they probably will never cooperate. There. If I find some way to stand behind something without it spawning one, you'll see that it occasionally, well, it's not doing it now. That's weird. Everything's breaking for some reason. But occasionally it'll jump up and spin around. When it sees an enemy, it seems to forget that it's supposed to have this behavior, to my annoyance. More things about game have broken recently than I've thought. But I'm not the only one that can throw turrets, as you probably saw earlier, because it chose to disobey me so much. But let's see. This cop right here, you might be surprised to learn, he is capable of throwing them out as well. Yes. If you anger this cop, he has a chance of throwing out not one, but 2 turrets. I'm not joking, I'm kind of thinking he's never going to throw it out when I want him to. You have to keep re-angering him until he cooperates. There's only one. Like, come on, throw 2 of them at me, I know you do it. Hey, he's not really going to listen. He seems to not like cooperating, this cop. Kind of ironically fits his personality based on his voice. I have to keep killing him to keep him angry. Yeah, there he goes. He threw out 2. He always throws out them off to the side. Let's kill you for disobeying. Disobey me, die. No, let's just cheat. Now, another thing about the cops is they disappear if they ever hit the water. But, they're gonna be useless on the water. Let's just kill them and get out of here. But what? What are these things? They're boats. The cops have boats. They have different attacks. One of them is where it like turns left and right and shoots bullets a lot. Another one you rarely see is when it slowly moves around. And that one you rarely see, but he just like slowly moves around and then he shoots out a single bullet every second or so. But the one you will see a lot is when the boat suddenly speeds up and flies at me. Unfortunately, that slow attack, I probably should just go ahead and remove that one, because see, sometimes they don't bother to do this. But you saw that thing. It started flying at me. And just look at that. It is persistent. If it ever gets near you, it will immediately stand still and spin around and shoot lots of bullets. There's boats from Vice City that the Vice City Police Department have nothing on the Hill City Police Department's boats, which are capable of spinning around really fast and firing lots of bullets. Unfortunately, none of those bullets ever seem to hit me, ironically. I probably should make it spin around longer. But, oh yes, something that it's strangely not doing is, when they hit me when they're running at full speed like that, they should be doing something they're not doing. I cannot convince them to do it. Let's try spawning some new ones, see if they're more cooperative. Yeah, right there, you saw it for a second before they shot me and knocked me into the water. Yeah, like that, right there. If they ram into you, they will send you backwards from wherever you're looking. Unfortunately, it's wherever you're looking, because I wouldn't be able to know how to make the enemy and player be able to interact and, you know, reference both of the objects or things in the same script. I can only reference the activator or whatever. I don't know how to do too much advanced ACS scripting. But the main point being, yes, there are boats, and if they ram into you, they will send you flying. Although they're really useless sometimes, because they just insist on doing that attack where they stand still and are basically useless. Because then they disappear, and then you don't get to see them fly at you from far distances like this. Oh, disappeared. You have to stand still on purpose if you want to see them do it. Look how long they take before they even decide to do it. It just kind of bothers me when they shoot me, so it sends me underneath the water instead of firing and making me fly away from them. Maybe I should make it so that their bullets hit me when they're doing that charge. They will also send me flying. And my turret's still here. Turret, fire at the other turrets! Ah. By the way, there's a way to tell your turret apart from others. It has just like extra decorations on it. But also, the turrets, I know you've probably never seen them in an update, but yeah, they're the first fully 3D voxel-based enemies. It's kind of cool. These turrets were near useless before, so I made it so that they could raise and lower to match the player's height, and edited the source code to make the floating not make them move down to the player's height, but they just constantly adjust their height, which sadly makes them vibrate because I don't know the source code in C++ enough to make them not do that. But they look like they're vibrating because of how subtly they move. But you can see also there's this green thing on it. I'll just return back to the water over here. Because the boats have a similarity to that. Let me try and convince one of these stubborn things to actually come on land. Ah! As soon as I call them stubborn, they immediately flew on land like, what? Wow, they are stubborn. Y'all rarely listen. You're just like the stupid green cops. But yes, there's another green thing. It's just like the... what is it? There. It's just like the green on that, only it's actually brighter. But see, that's how they get pushed around. It's just so I wouldn't have to animate a motor or a spinny thing. They both have this green thing on them, the seafoam green. But now you can now look at the boat model too, and hear that constant noise they make. The boat has a giant glass window thing on the front. Can't make it transparent or anything. It has an antenna on it. All of the stairways are very obviously colored. You can kind of tell where the stairs are. There's a door on it. There's wood on it. It looks like some standard boat on the back. There's a bunch of overly bright railings that I probably should darken down. And if you're curious in here, there's nothing. You probably should be able to expect it. It's fully hollow on the inside. Its bottom is pretty flat for a boat. Nah. Oh yeah, and this perfectly lines up with the water normally. Oh yeah, and it has a big gun on the top, this blue thing. That blue thing you see, it doesn't look as detailed, but the blue thing is supposed to be like the end of this bullet. That's what it's supposed to be, because it's constantly shooting those bullets out. They're way smaller than the one right there, but it's really hard to time it, but if you look closely, you'll notice they actually do look like they're coming out of its gun. See, it looked like it was coming out of this one's gun right there. They still aim them at the player, so if you stand still, they'll probably shoot you out of the sky. Even when you have no clip on, they still can force you out of the sky. And oh, you're on land! You're floating! Yeah, they're kind of silly, these boats. Oh yeah, and another thing to note is special stages behave the same way as the small hut. The small hut is supposed to return you back to the level where you entered it from. Special stages do the same thing. Oh, and there's a 3D voxel coin right in front of the screen! Beats those ugly older coins. I should return back to the entrance where I was. Perfect! I like seeing that still works after all the rest of it broke. Yeah, I might as well demonstrate that a bit better just in case it actually decides to work. I'm going to choose a place that the game would never respawn me because there's not a checkpoint. You can tell because the checkpoint text isn't coming up on the screen. But I'm just going to stand right here and then warp away. whenever you return back to a level, you respawn up here. See, I'm not stuck in that random room now for some reason. I don't know what that room was, but that was a weird glitch. It just bothers me it's here. Oh yeah, and then there's these rings right here. They're like the ones from Sonic Rush, but they behave like, I think what I would call the ones from Sonic Heroes behaving like, where they're really automated, as with a lot of things in Sonic, as I've explained before. And they push you up at a steady rate, which they always do. They also drop the player's gravity, which you can kind of see if you do an air dash. But not only that, but they also will shoot you forward at a different power depending on what I choose for them to do. But it basically looks like the ones from like how Sonic Heroes works, except those aren't orange. Those are rainbow. The ones from Sonic Advance 2, I think, and Sonic Rush are colored orange. And he teleported to the beginning because he hit the water. Let's just kill him. Let's burn him to the ground. Burn to the ground, though! Burn to the ground! There. Burn! Burn! Burn to the ground! Burn to the ground. I know someone's gonna thumbs down this video because everyone hates Flame Heinard. I probably would hate him too. If he kept screaming burn to the ground at me every few seconds while I try to fight him, probably would be annoying. I mean, I'm already bad enough at Mega Man games. Having to hear some things screaming at me to burn to the ground every few seconds doesn't help. But oh well, burn to the ground. Just gonna stay on top and slam. I'm just gonna kill these enemies. Whenever you're hit, you drop coins. They're gonna be all different colors like these, which are not every color of the rainbow now, because they're voxels and they can't be recolored reliably. And rails work the same way as before. I don't know if they were in any update video. I don't think they were, but oh yeah, and boost panels, they now have a slight redesign. They're higher resolution, if you couldn't tell, because they're not as blocky as they were before. And yeah, their side no longer looks like a wheel, but it looks like a thing with a light in the middle of it. And yes, you can see a light comes out onto the ground on each side. But yeah, whenever you run over this boost panel, which is the automation, because as you can see if I jump around it, I don't grind, because it actually uses path follower objects. In reality, what it does is it just teleports Mary to the path follower. It's really genius, but look at it. If you don't jump off, it'll just do that. But you probably noticed there's a second rail over there. If you jump at the right time, you can reach the second rail. But yeah, it's kind of a hackish way of implementing rails, which is why the boost panel is there to tell the player where they must hit, or they're not going to grind. If I didn't have it there, it'd probably be kind of, if anyone was used to Sonic, they'd wonder, why am I jumping on the middle of this rail and I'm not sticking to it? This engine doesn't have splines, so I couldn't just make it somehow interpret where I am on the spline. No, I do not know programming enough to do that. Let's show off new areas. Here's glass, by the way. If it stays on the ground, you get hurt. Kinda cheap and odd, it's lost a coin. This is a new room, but you can tell that there's going to be more over there. This spring makes you flat, but it hits the glass because it doesn't shatter it in time. But if you fly out here, a boost panel actually helps you and stops you from falling off the edge. Mary actually makes a scared noise while she's flying towards the edge. Doesn't make sense if the player knows to avoid it. Oh yeah, and here's this this highway. Anyone who's looked at Tin and Steelian's streams, which if you haven't, you probably should. He's one of the people on the internet that doesn't cuss all the time, and he usually looks at weird things. Unfortunately, he has his own memes of some sort. I don't really like that. But I like when he looks at bad games. And Bob Lee is one of them. This construction worker who can glitch up walls and doesn't need to take a single elevator. And whenever he drives a car, he slides to the back of it and somehow drives it. And the highways in that game resemble the one here. Like literally, this looks like a part of the highway right here. If I disable the fog here, Yeah, that looks a lot like Bobley. Not that. So it kind of bugs me how low polygon that line looks. But you might think, but Xane, the city looks so much better this way. Why do you have that fog on? For one point, it's nighttime. For two, let's just say there's pop-in in my game again. What type of pop-in? Basically, you see that darkening effect? That's dynamic lights. That would probably cause lag. I obscure this with fog. If the fog is on, you cannot see something over there. Okay, never mind. That one's not affected by the shadows yet. Let's just go up there just to make sure I don't get fooled again by it. I'm trying to find one nearby that might not have the effect on it yet. Problem is, again, it's really hard to tell. Now, of course, since they're lights, you kind of can tell. If you zoom in far enough, you'll see it abruptly doing that. Yeah, there's the pop-in. But you'll barely notice it unless you're looking for it. Cough, cough, Sega. Learn to stop having stupid pop-in on every single object in your games. It's really stupid. Even though you have learned to avoid it more nowadays, I still see that awful pop-in on all your objects. So, Sega, you still haven't learned yet. You disappoint me, Junior. But I'm just gonna jump over there and you're gonna see why that fog's only there. No, I saw it popping! I really don't like popping! Oh, and for the record, there's also other pop-in, but you normally cannot really notice it anyways. Because you see, normally you're down here on the ground and you see there's lights in there and you're probably thinking, oh, the lights are always on. Actually, they're not. If I move up in the air, you will see they're actually not on. Not like you can notice, because when you're up on this building, you can't even... Well, actually, you can see the floor, I just realized. But you can't really see it much. As you approach, the lights pop in. It's literally like Sonic. You can actually see them popping out of existence, by the way. If you're quick enough when going through this door and you look backwards, watch that light and you will see it disappear. Okay, I kind of obscured it. No! No! I can see it pop out of existence! No! This is better than my last recording where I failed. But people, when they bring up their past recordings and videos, it just never sounds that good when they bring up... I've had to record so many times now, you don't even realize how frustrating it is. Well, might as well not bring that up. Because it just makes them more negative when they have to do things again. Force fields are now visible, so you don't have to wonder why am I not able to move there. Let's see if I... nope, it doesn't tell you can't go through the door. We should fix that, because you should be told you cannot go through the door. Are there any other updates? Hard to think of if there are actually updates. Let's just kill that troll while I'm here. Oh yeah, there's this railing here. It's made out of 3D floors and other things. Oh yeah, and did you see those guts fall? If the fighter slams into a wall when you kill them, he explodes. The same thing happens if you hit a tiger into a wall. Basically air dash, and if that kills an enemy, it'll make them explode when they hit the ground or hit a wall. Satisfying. I'll just demonstrate the other special stages here. Because I just realized there are some that haven't been seen yet, so I'm just gonna spoil everything and complete the secret right here. Okay, this is the one we've already seen. Let's just cheat and give myself all the coins so I'll win really fast. The Chaos Bridge now properly appears when you complete it. There's an announcer, you can see a video on that because, don't know. I try to turn up my volume, and then what usually happens is the music's too loud to hear anything. I'm now going to go backwards through the level because there's another special stage. It's going to do the swoop, but it didn't seem to be like it'll work. You don't even need that platform if you're good enough like me. Here's the second special stage. It was seen in the demo thing, but we'll look at it proper. Just like the others, it's symmetrical, but no one could say that I stole this from Sonic Road Blast 2 because I didn't. Their special stages didn't look this out of this world. I didn't see ramps everywhere, I only saw springs. Not boost panels, because ironically, despite those being in Sonic Road Blast 2, they don't appear in their levels. Except for a hidden one in one of the beta levels. There's like this one on like a, what is it, a rocky mountain or something. It's the one that plays certain music that you really don't hear in the current versions, except on certain deathmatch areas or match areas. Not hard not to call it deathmatch, but yeah, it's match. But yes. But it plays music, and there's a invisible boost panel, and if you hit it, it just shoots you off an edge and kills you. That is really unfair level design. I thought Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was cheap. At least there you could see the cheap enemies off the screen before they killed you. Yeah, like when I just sort of hit something like that. But yeah, there's the second one. It's colored orange, just like its special stage. Oh yeah, and I respawned right where I was. Yeah, I actually removed all of the special respawning location objects, because the game no longer takes you there, actually. In reality, the game just sort of teleports you back if there's a certain stored velocity. I think, yeah. And it turns you around if a certain variable is set while you're entering a special stage. Kind of advanced and kind of hard to describe. Okay, perfect. It made a warping sound. I guess it does that because I don't know why, but in the version that I've updated this thing to, it seems that in the True 3D renderer, which yes, by the way, I was ranting about the True 3D renderer before, but this is actually a version that works. The only glitch that it had was that those 3D floors had that weird invisibility glitch, but I managed to fix it, and overall the True 3D renderer is such an improvement. It isn't as disorienting when you look up and down now as it was before. So yeah, let's find the other special stages, because there's 4 more and there's 2 more special stage entrances. What coincidence. This technically means I can have as many special stage entrances per level now as I want. But there's no specified entrances. This was once special stage 4. Originally it was special stage 2, then it became special stage 4. Now it isn't. Well, now it's special stage 3! Because there's a harder one I made. These weird fake shadows here. Oh yeah, before you ask, they pop in as well. Oh yeah, I just remember when I went to the first level was also to show off something else, which I will get back to. I love when I managed to flow things that nicely together. I'm just gonna jump off the top of these. Yeah! Oh, water! But don't worry if you hit the water a bit. Just hope that you've completed most of the special stage by the time that you reach 30 seconds. If you reach 30 seconds, a floating clock will appear. If you grab it, you get 30 more seconds on your timer. It's a Sonic CD reference, but I'm not as forgiving as Sonic CD. In Sonic CD, you can destroy that UFO as many times as you want, as far as I can tell, because every time they run out, another UFO would appear and they could get extra time. Not in my game, that's too generous. Sonic Team / Sega. That's who I really should be blaming for the pop-in Sonic team. But I digress. Oh wow, that's really nice looking. Oh, I can grab some. Oh, whoa! Now I'm doing awesome all of a sudden. But still, hopefully you can get what I'm saying though about Sonic Team, Sega, and all that. I'm actually less forgiving than Sonic CD. How'd you jump and not hit your head right there, Mary? That kind of reminds me of something else that was added. I'll show off the two things before I show off the new 4th special stage. Oh no, we have the Infinite Darkness glitch! What causes this glitch? Wait, is it an Infinite Darkness glitch or... Wait, why am I on the 2nd level? That's what's wrong. I'm on the special stage, but I'm on the 2nd level. That's what's wrong. I should be on the 1st level. Yeah. I guess it's trying to teleport me to special stage entrance 3, I think, actually, because that's the small hut. But why would it mess up like that? Why is it trying to take me to the 2nd level? Oh no. Oh, that one's still revealed? Oh yeah. If you try to go back to a special stage you've already been to, you'll be told you've already entered this special stage before. The game keeps track of an array internally named special IDs or something. But still, you want to see some pop-in? Let's just look at this ramp in a way you're not supposed to. Ah! Pop-in! But... yes. If that was the older wall jump, I wouldn't have made it up there. Anyways, what is this glowing ramp for? I wish I could make only the texture scroll without it pulling Mary along like a conveyor belt. It worked on the escalators, but not so much here. I digress. Hopefully I can find a way to edit that in the source code very easily. However, this moving thing looks a lot more special than these right here. And those. Awesome, that's a combo of that. But these, oh, this one sends you really far. If you air dash before you hit it, and it doesn't make you jump before you hit it for some reason, you'll be sent really far, and you can combo like that. If you do that, actually, Mary's falling scream reaction would probably fit. Yeah. Kind of bothers me she doesn't bounce because of that, but I remove bounces. Okay, not really. Because the hammer slam forces the bounce. But what do I have to do to make this look correct? Boom! There. The thing being, there is now this glowing ramp. It's because the electric lounge down here in Kirby Air Ride, the electric lounge had a bunch of arrows on this edge. And whenever you would hit them, you'd be like sent flying, but you would fly all the way up to the city, like right here. You'd skip over the... well, you'd skip over the whole pink area, the pink rock area. Oh, that would have been cool if I would have gotten up there that way. Oh yeah, and don't forget you can hit springs with your hammer like Amy, and you'll fly higher. Like here, I can hit this thing. If I hit it with the hammer, I fly above it, and I miss that coin. Okay, not really, it's just because I have too many of them on hand. Yeah, got it that time. But yeah, that's a nice change as of recently. Actually, the hammer thing isn't really too recent, but oh well. We need to look at something really recent, so let's just go through this Australia thing. I mean, nothing. Oh yeah, this thing right here is now taller to make it look more like it should. let's just visit this special stage. And here's the new 4th special stage. Oh no, and I just saw it flicker right there. The sky's missing for some reason. There's supposed to be a sky in between those things. Oh well. This one has a ton of coins. You're required to get 350. Don't forget. You can see at the lower left corner of your screen that coin limit that I have right there. It's really the game telling me how many coins that I have to get in order to complete this special stage. And there's a nice little transition you can do right there. Follow these jump or dash. Transition right across the sides. And for the first time, there's air currents in the special stage. If you're good enough at these air currents, you can skip over those 3D falling platforms like that. You know, with the umbrella, you basically can break things. In fact, don't tell anyone, but you really don't even need those platforms. Kind of sad because that means no one's ever going to take the risk of trying to jump across water without accidentally, without accidentally risking losing your time. But yeah, if you get going at high speeds in this special stage, you can do that. And that's pretty stylish. You can transition your higher momentum from the air dash right across there. That's what I call momentum-based gameplay right there. Oh no. You do not want to touch that water in the slightest. Okay, well clearly something's wrong right now. It says 350, but I have to get 375. What's going on? I wonder if I can land in the water at the last second. Oh yes. And now we hear a continuous "you're losing time" sound. That doesn't really fit on the end result. Oh, and it turns the screen blue for some reason. And then what? Because keep in mind, I'm on the first level. Whenever I die in the second level, it turns out that's what's happening. The game is, for some unknown reason, not sending me back to the level I was just on. It sends me to the highest numbered level I was on, because I went to level 2 and then returned to level 1. It's referring to level array index 1 instead of array index 0. That's the problem. But it teleports me to my position in the first level, but it takes me to the second level instead. That's what problem we're encountering right now. This reminds me of glitches that happen in other games where they warp you to another level but using your position on the first level. Kinda strange. Yeah, so where is it trying to spawn me? Huh. Looks like it's trying to spawn me in... Looks like it's trying to spawn me in the skybox. Let's see what my coordinates are. Roughly 5,000, negative 7,000, and 112 above the ground. Let's just confirm that it really is taking me to the wrong level. Once again, 5,000, negative 7,000. I can't tell because HUD info is down there. But yeah, 5,000, negative 7,000, nearly 100. It probably caught me when I was in midair, so I had like 112 or something. Yeah, it probably caught me when I was above the ground. Wait, is that even possible? Yes, because it's a line dev based action. But then it basically spawns you in the second level and then it kills you. Is there a way to really fix that? I think the HUD had the same problem. Well, I know that if it equals... Oh yeah, it switched to the script. But if it's 616.5... Yeah, see, if it's equal to 616.5... Then it has to take me to... But it has to take me to a certain level. Either that or the Warp 2 level script in the first level is broken. Where's Warp 2 level? If level 1 equals 0... Yep, I knew it. I was referring to array index 1 instead of array index 0. I think it's show ending that's responsible. Nope, exit special stage. But here's one I need to find. Level 1, level 0. There. Well, there's a nice little bug I just found and fixed. Random game battle approaches. It just suddenly popped up. What do you do? Everyone says it doesn't look as much like a wild, like some sort of wild battle in a game, but seems to be. As a test, let's see. Go to map 2. That sets my level variable. Teleport back to level 1. No, I don't think it's gonna let me teleport. Oh, never mind, it did! It did! It still teleported me to level 2. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Let's find the special stage. Oh great, there's the AAA glitch. Thought to fix that by making it so it could not go above 7. Okay, good. These return me to the first level, no problem, even though I've been at the second level. You can tell if the glitch would have happened if you try visiting the hut and it still insists on taking you to level 2. Now all of a sudden it's all glitched out and it just doesn't want to work. Let's just try this out by stepping away from this, warping away this. 1-to-1 rooftops? That just said 1-to-1 rooftops. Now let's just warp away to map 1. I'm trying to see what is up with the glitches. Oh no. Spawns me in the out of bounds thing. I don't know why that's doing that. Probably should set SS position to 0. Unfortunately, I've already completed that special stage, so now I need to go in here and get another one. Oh no, I cheated. I cheated. I don't think this will work out the same. Okay, it did. But why am I on level 1 to 2? I should not be on level 1 to 2. Yeah. Something still isn't right. What is that level variable anyways? Wait, but 0 is the highest level, 1 is last level played. 1 is last level played, then why does it teleport me to level 2? That's strange. Turns out it actually does mean to be a 1 then. SS position is not in this particular variable. can force it to 0. Let's also update the exit special stage. That is true, this is a glitch that I've introduced recently and now I'm not able to fix. This giant messy line of code. Yeah, basically it always updates level 1. So it should be updating even when I'm on the first level, but it doesn't. It seems, because it always sends me a level 2. Yeah. Level 0 is only set if it happens to be less than what the level number of the next level is. And if it's below max levels. And if special stage position is not equal to 3. Which means do not make the player be considered in level 1 if I'm say 3. I just saw something though. If level num is not equal to 0, but if level number is not equal to 0, that doesn't make sense. That means if it isn't the first level, don't update. What was I thinking? I'm commenting that out. That's probably what's causing the glitches right here. Because why wouldn't it update if I'm on the first level? Because that means it literally will not run all of that code, meaning none of the level variables are ever updated properly when you're on the first level. I'm hoping that's all it is. But I keep forgetting the exact steps I need to do to cause this. Okay, visit this level. Warp away. Okay, I guess that's why I added the code. That's why I added the code. You can be stuck in a never-ending loop. See, it's like I see the point of the code, but this is confusing. Okay, it correctly respawned me, but it made me face towards the wall for some reason. Oh wait, actually that's normal. It's facing backwards from wherever I'm facing. Now what happens if I revert that code being commented out? And if I just leave in my other setting SS position to 0? It's like, is this impossible? Have I broken my game? Because I did say the code became so complex over time, it's becoming a mess to manage. Teleport here. I'm now trapped in a room. But why am I trapped in a room? Oh, why am I being trapped in a room? It's supposed to be respawning me where I was. It seems like the SS position thing is really outdated now. I'll just make it write all that on the screen. Because I shouldn't be stuck in the initial room like that. It isn't even running that code. So it's only running this code. Why is SS return ID involved anyways? Does that just reload from the checkpoint correctly? Because the reason why that it doesn't teleport the player out is because this other script is supposed to be doing it. It looks like it's setting it all true before it even runs it. See, it isn't doing anything, it's not teleporting me. wonder if this change would do anything. Because it has to be this script's fault. The other one's clearly doing everything it's supposed to be doing. It just doesn't teleport the player because the other one's supposed to be doing it for it. Huh. Still stuck in that building. Well, still stuck in the room. I don't know whether it's not teleporting me. Really, there's just no reason why this should be breaking. What made it break? Why is it sending me to rooms that it shouldn't even be in? I mean, I should make it so that it tries to respawn you at your last position. And maybe it just continuously changes your position over and over again. It'll just temporarily force the player to stand still while it tries to plan this out. This is really bothering me. I don't know what's going on. This is sort of like a last resort here. I'm just guessing that it must have just ran through and then it gave up, so it just teleported me back. But still, you saw it can resort to just teleporting you at the last checkpoint. Because I don't know what broke its behavior. What's making it not allowed to teleport me to where I was whenever I exited the level? Just I just don't know what causes that. Yep, it just sent me here. Good, but that means it doesn't send me out of bounds. That's a relief. So I kind of fixed it, but unfortunately it's kind of a regression. I don't know what's keeping it from teleporting me though. I know it will not teleport you if it tries to teleport you through the ground, but I tried to make it spawn the player at different heights. But it's like the player's completely ignoring being teleported or something. I don't know what's going on, and that kind of bothers me. It wasn't this broken before a few updates ago. Wonder if the special stage one will appear. Oh no, actually I'm still stuck in the room. I guess if you hit the teleporter immediately, it just sort of sends you back in some weird way or something. The glitch still isn't fixed after all. But what did I change recently that caused these glitches to appear? So yeah, it sends me to the second level. It spawned me in the hotel room. So it's like two things are wrong. It sort of fails to teleport me back for some reason, and I'm kind of confused about why that is. And secondly, it sends me to the second level, even though I've clearly warped back to the first level, legitimately, not just to the small hut. So there's quite a few glitches in the latest version, and I'm not sure how to fix any of them. Things normally aren't this broken when I make them. It wasn't this way before a few updates ago, so I don't know what broke it. How did I just get teleported into the water? Well, I don't know if it just teleported me right there correctly or not, I don't even know. Oh yeah, and then my new code that gets the player stuck never unfreezes them. Look, I really broke my game recently. It's kind of what I feared would happen with how complicated that it's become over time. I might have broke my game. That's not good news. Not good news at all. Huh.